Hey y'all, I'm going to try out something new today. I saw Bill Watson posted a video earlier today. He and I had the same idea at the same time, completely independently of each other. But I got the 560 started right now. It's started up, but if you notice, I'm not plugged in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in this USB battery pack. And what this is here is it's a USB 5 volt, and it steps it up to 12 volt and it plugs right on in. So the one I have right here on the back, if you can read it, has 2 amp output. We'll see. I already did a trial run. It seemed to work okay, but I haven't done it with the fan for very long, so we'll see. I'm going to cook some steaks today, but let's get this thing started up. So first things first, let's go ahead and plug her on in. So I'm just going to plug it into the plug right there. If I can get it, there we go. It doesn't plug in that great, that's the one thing. But it does stay and should be okay. So then what we'll do is I'll plug it in. Let me get it in frame. Plug it into my USB, and I'll turn on my USB. And there we go. You can see one cable run from my USB battery pack all the way to my 560, and it just started up. So let's turn it on. I don't know why I held it down. You don't have to hold it down. Let me try that again. There we go. All right. So it's reading the temp right now. Everything's looking good. Let's close this baby up and get her cooking. Alright, let's come over here. I'm going to set my temperature to 225. I'm going to reverse sear these steaks. Oops. There we go, 225, and there we go. So we're at 58 degrees. Fan's running. Later on this week, I'm going to get a USB power monitor, so I'll be able to monitor exactly how much power this thing's drawing. We'll see. My calculations, it all should work, but I wasn't factoring in the amps needed out of the battery pack. And at full tilt, full power, this thing probably will draw a little over 3 amps from the battery pack, and it's not rated for that. Usually they're only rated for 2.1. My battery pack says 3.4, but that's for 2 USBs, so I couldn't find out. I looked at the specs and it didn't say what the output of each port was. Anyway, everything seems to be working fine. Temperature's coming up, fan's running. Once it gets up to temp and that fan kicks off and just slows down, the power consumption should slow down. But I do have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on, so we shall see what she does. But so far everything's looking good, and I will update you when it gets up to temp. Alright, so I got it set for 225 to reverse sear these steaks, and we are holding temp. It's about 30 minutes in or so. It's been holding temp for a little while. I've been inside doing a few errands and everything, but so far everything seems to be working great. Don't know how much juice it's pulling off that battery pack, how many amps or anything like that, but like I said, I will be doing a video later on, probably next weekend, and we'll see what kind of power this thing draws and how long. Then we can calculate how long the battery pack will last depending on the size. So far 30 minutes in, everything seems to be working great. Nice clear blue smoke as always with the 560, so we're looking good. Let this hold around for a little longer, and then I will go ahead and throw these steaks on, reverse sear them. Alright y'all, Just pulled the steaks off. They're about 100 degrees internally, So I'm about to sear them. Got the grill ramping up to 600 degrees now. I know it's going to overshoot. I'm shooting for about 650 actually, but that way when it overshoots the temperature, like it always does, it'll be okay. Anyway, so far everything seems to be working great. Fan, as you can hear, probably can hear it, blowing full speed. And it's still connected via the USB battery. So everything looks good, everything's working good. And you can see it's climbing up temp pretty quick, just like it should. I can't think of any issues so far. We'll see again, we'll see how long it'll last, but as of right now everything looks good, at least for short cooks. Alright, smoker is shut down now. Steaks are off. I grilled some shrimp also, but it ran, and I don't even know how long it ran, hour and a half, 2 hours, flawlessly. So it seems that, I moved the battery pack down there, it seems that the battery pack worked just fine, no issues. So we'll see how it holds up over a long cook, but as of right now everything looks great.